Alright, and I am back again with more Banner Saga. Hopefully, this is going to be the last episode. I think it should be. Okay, let's go to the ducks. They're all good. I see you had the same thought as me. Haven, you're okay. I'm fine. It wasn't a lie. The governor is here. He's in hiding. Why? Since the dredge started appearing, anyone with a ship and half a wit left long ago. People can't leave by foot. Food is scarce. The markets are bare. Beauregard is a fire keg waiting for someone to tip it over. So the governor is paying the ravens to protect him against his own people. And keep the peace, so to speak. It's more like a massacre anytime there's a hint of an uprising. Where does that leave us? I promised him the Minder's protection in Albarang. I don't think he's popular there. They're going to start tearing this place down to build new ships. We can ride the Ormza River all the way to the capital. Leaving another perfectly good city behind? How long will it take to build new ships? Hold on, what happens to the people living in Beauregard? It's the best I could do, Alette. He thought it could take as long as a month, but don't usually make ships out of scrap lumber. As soon as people figure out what's going on, there's going to be riots in the streets. A month? Why bother? Bellower will be here within a week, if not sooner. I'm open to suggestions. Gods be damned. Is there no end to this? Ivor roars in frustration, leaving you standing by the docks. Let gives you a worried look before chasing after him. Avon? What do we do about the Bellower? Avon says nothing for a moment. I don't know. Good to know. Glad you're such a team player. Let's look at the heroes. See what they're doing. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, let's talk to Ivor. You find Ivor standing at the city walls overlooking the fields outside. Dredge are keeping their distance but continue to gather. I'm okay, Rook. Ivor cuts you off before you can say anything. You know he's been through worse. Just feels like someone should cut us a break every now and again. If we want to be standing a month from now, we're going to have to be prepared. What did you have in mind? First off, our clansmen need a place to stay. They'll get torn to pieces out in the streets. I'll keep an eye on the dredge up here. If they break through the walls, we're done for. So we'll have to keep them back. Could always use a hand with that. We need to know who's controlling what and make sure we get our cut. Food's going to become scarce. And when they start building those ships, we're going to have to keep people away. What a damn mess. I'll do what I can. First things first, we're going to look for supplies. Should be our first concern. Ivor explains, I'm leading attacks with Avon every time they're trying to get too close to the gates. Listen, we're going to lose fighters in Varl every day like this. I don't need to tell you what happens if nobody is manning the walls. We could always use help. You consider what to do now, knowing that any of these tests will likely take a full day. Find a source for supplies. I checked around, No Leaf tells you, and nobody has food. They won't want to part with it at a fair price, and our medicine has been gone for days. They're either gouging the prices or it's just plain gone. She doesn't say it, but you can tell this is going to be a serious problem. Track down the Ravens and see what they know. You find the massive leader of the Ravens along the docks where they're doing their best to keep their growing number of people in check while the boats are being constructed. You question him about food supplies. Should have brought your own, he says. I can't go giving it out to every last person in Beauregard. I'd kill every last bastard in the city for some good mead, though. This place has been dry for weeks. Offer the mead you picked up in Reykjavik. Let me get this straight, says Bulwark. You happen to come through Reykjavik with Sigiborn in tow with plenty of mead to go around, is that right? You hesitate a little too long. I'll murder that motherless yox, growls Bulwark. As he turns leave, he grumbles. Bring the barrels and we'll make a trade. The caravan protests when you tell them the deal you made. But when you return with more supplies than you expected, the complaints vanish. Yes. Okay, today I think we're gonna... Ivor points out the dredge of the wall. There's a lot more of them. And they're getting braver, he says. We've lost a fair number of fighters since yesterday. We could use your help if there's nobody left to defend the walls. Join Ivor defending the walls. We've been a little more aggressive lately, says Ivor. With their numbers going up, we don't take... they don't take us seriously unless we're taking out 2 for every 1 we lose. I'm gonna take out like 20 for every 1 they lose. Fuck that shit. Ready for battle. Ooh, he's fucked. Boop! I got you, bitch. Holy shit! Fuck you, buddy. How's that feel, you fucking bitch? Got him. This is pretty loud in my headphones. Coolio. This is bad, says Avon as Ivor points across the battlefield. Aside from the fact that we're up to our necks in dredge, a stone singer showed up. If we don't deal with it, the walls will come down by the end of the day. Dad, there's a riot at the docks, Alette runs up to you out of breath. They're trying to smash up the boats. When you calm her down, she says the ravens are there, but she's worried that things could get out of hand. You consider what you want to do now, knowing that any of these tasks will likely take a full day. Well, do I know over at the walls again? That stone singer is going to wreak havoc on us if we don't take care of it, Ira tells you. This will be a rough fight, but we've got to take it down. You ready? You prepare yourself. Oh. Holy fuck. What the hell? How am I supposed to defeat these assholes? Fuck you. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck you, Stone Singer. Got him. All right. Let's look at the heroes. This morning, says Ivor, I saw him, Bellower here. I think it won't be long now. Avon leaned silently on his nearby staff. One of the clansmen comes to you out of breath. Rook, he says, things are real bad. Look, there's nothing I can do at this point, but there's a lot of the caravan have been robbed, killed, just disappeared. Those of us left are going to split up and hide where we can. We wanted you to know, in case somehow we pulled through this. He runs off, clearly distressed. You grimace, wondering if this could have played it another way. Join Ivor, defending the walls again. I'll be honest with you, there's too many of them. We're just delaying the inevitable at this point. You catch his eye. Still gotta try, you say. Come on. God damn, there's a lot of them. Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Boop. Gotcha. Got him. I'm fucking him up. Sweet. Okay. God damn, there's a lot of them. Ivor, you begin. Can we really keep this up? Ivor looks like he hasn't slept for days. He grunts something unintelligible. The weight of the situation is crushing. Then from far in the distance you hear a horn. Dredge don't use horns, it occurs to you. Avon appears at your side with just as a long caravan of people come into view. Dredge turning to attack them. Who is that, you ask? It can't be, says Avon. He runs towards the gates, shouting. You see their banner? It's Hakon! As you wonder how they got here, the gates are heaved open and you charge onto the field, clearing a path through the dredge. I guess I am. Ready for battle, I guess. Fuck it. Got him. This is getting too easy. Juno. I wasn't sure I'd ever see you again, Avon. She smiles and they embrace. Avon is completely taken aback as though he doesn't dare believe she's real. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to Sigerholm. I ran into problems. Problems is putting it lightly. There's a mile-wide canyon practically splitting the world in two over those hills. Couldn't find a place to cross. Worse, dredge were practically falling out of it like blood from a wound. They're not coming from the north anymore. They're everywhere. We noticed. Glad to see you made it out alive, Yngvar. I take it the others didn't. Hakon becomes quiet, then he motions towards Juno. She got across somehow, found her out cold for a second time since leaving Strand. We need every axe we can get right now. Bellower is here. Gods be damned, I thought I was free of that menace. I will deal with the Bellower. Come on. No need to tempt him by standing out here. Hakon's caravan enters the city, fighting off waves of dredge as they go. To your relief, hundreds of skilled warriors are now safely beat in Beauregard. Hakon joins you with his personal bodyguard. Mogger behind him, the Prince Luden, and his entourage are in tow, though looking less than pleased to be here. I have one last trip to make. I need this one to come with me, she says, pointing to you. I'm sorry, Avon, you must wait for me one last time. Do not let the city fall before the turn. It takes everything within Avon's power to hold back, but he does. She turns to you. Rook, come with me. We'll return in 2 days, maybe less if you're as quick as you look. Tell anyone who needs to know. We'll be slaughtered out there. Juno pauses and something shifts in your vision. For just a moment, I know it's hard, she says, her voice filling her head, and you've already been through a lot. As she speaks, the rest of the world melts away, but you are needed. You can't find the words to argue. You don't remember leaving the city, but here you are, walking through unfamiliar ground. Behind Juno, you're alone. Aside from hundreds of dredge who are all facing towards the enormous stone ahead. The hairs on your back of your neck stand up. These dredge look different. The only one that you've ever battled before is Stonesinger there. We're at the Godstone of Stravs. You glance nervously around, but the dredge didn't seem to hear her. It's okay, you can speak, softly. Is this where you're going to sacrifice me? Juno smiles. What could have come across as profoundly creepy looks sincere instead. No, the dredge cannot see us. To be more precise, they can see us, but I've convinced them to be unconcerned. I can understand your apprehension, though. What are we doing out here? Do you know the god Stravs? Few know the stone exists, even amongst those who lived their whole lives in Borisgard. While Dengler deals in fortune, Stravs taught men the value of trade in a different way. He showed them it has consequences, two sides of the same coin. See the silver in the stone? The gales up here wear away the stone, but the metal remains. We need a piece of silver. The god Stravs is wreathed by imagery of silver weapons. The myths say he traded these weapons to the gods, and they used them to kill each other. Those who seek out the stone call him the god of trade. The Menders call him the god of secrets. He was both. Why did you pick me? Why didn't you take Avend or Hakon? You don't even know me. I apologize for putting you in danger. Avend must keep Borisgard from falling while we are away. And if something goes wrong here, I need to be certain one of us makes it back alive. I saw the thoughts of each person when I arrived at Borisgard, and you were the only one I knew would return. What do you mean? You would find your way back to Alette no matter what. Who are you? I wish we had time for a proper introduction. My name is Juno. I am on the Mender Council. You've met Avon, my apprentice. How are you doing these things, controlling minds? I thought Menders built things and healed wounds. You're right, Menders do these things. Some of us still practice the teachings given to the Loom Mother's first creation. We are called Volca. I believe I'm the only one who can influence another's mind. Then why not take control of Bellower? Sorry, I'm a little thirsty. I learned the talent to heal minds, not control them, though even some Volca have trouble believing this. Taking control of Bellower, it is different between convincing a child to sit and telling a starving bear to stop being hungry. The truth is, we're rarely a match for the Sunder anymore. Our advantage is that we train more Volca. It is also our weakness. The Volca pass on and lose their knowledge, while the Sunder simply grows older and more powerful. Bellower is both immortal and beyond my influence, to a point. Then how do we stop him? The God of Secrets will play a part, as will you. They seem to be drawn to the Godstone. There are many things we don't know about Stravs. Maybe they see him as a patron, or it is an attraction they cannot explain. Does Stravs have something to do with the serpent in Einarntoft? What was that thing? I cannot say. Can't? I have my suspicion, but until I've had time at the Minder Libraries, it would be unwise to speculate. For all our knowledge, it always seems as though we know little. Imagine how the rest of us feel. On the contrary, the less people know, the more certain they tend to be. Let's go, we need and go. Indeed, you'll need to dislodge at least a fistful of metal. We will forge it into an arrow to slay Bellower. Wait, after everything you've told me, make a magic arrow and shoot Bellower, that's all it takes? Why didn't you do that a long time ago? Juno gets a far look in her eyes. No, that's not all it takes. What I tell you must not be repeated. The arrow will not kill Bellower, even were it to strike his heart. He has no physical weaknesses. But it will sow doubt in his mind. When it pierces him, I will help him to believe that he is dying. The rest of you will convince him of it with sword and axe. Everyone who fights on your side must believe it to be true. You're going to trick him into thinking he's dead? That's the most insane. He really can't be killed? No. Someday he will awaken and realize he's not dead. I imagine he will be quite upset. First, we must make the arrow focus on the task at hand. She looks knowingly at the Godstone, waiting for you to start climbing. Rook, I'm not certain how the dredge will react when you do this. And behind us is a sudden drop, so be careful. Approaching the back of the stone, you start to climb, looking for a loose piece of silver vein. Even without looking out onto the dredge, you can feel each sinister face watching you closely, held back only by Juno's influence. Panic races through your blood. Climb higher where it may be easier to remove. Coolio! Yes! You approach the gates of Borisgard again, relieved that they are still standing. It looks like they took a beating while you were gone. Alette rushes to your side and throws her arms around you once you've crept through the gates. Juno smiles at the reunion and tells you take this time to be with your daughter. Find a smith who can fashion an arrow from that silver. I have other things to which I must attend. But meet me on the walls when you're done. Man, I am going to level the shit out of some people. Hold up. Okay. Everybody seems to be in complete badass mode. So let's talk to them crafters. I talked with Avon a long time while you were gone. He told me a lot about Juno. Is she really as powerful as he said? Maybe too powerful. As long as she's on our side. Dad, I think I know what's going to happen now. An arrow? She's going to make you shoot the bellower, isn't she? I don't know for sure. Come on. Who else is going to do it? Ivor? Alette, I know where this is going. You're afraid of me dying. This isn't like before. We can't run this time. No, that's not what I... Let me do it. That is not an option. What do you do when the Bellower comes straight for the person holding the only thing that can destroy him? Let me speak. Everything's changed. Saga feels so long ago. I'm not asking because I'm afraid of losing you. I'm not afraid of anything anymore. Let me do it because I know I'm a better shot. I have a better chance of puncturing his armor. We only have one shot. I'm not a child anymore. I'm not just some girl, I'm your daughter. I can do this. For once, let me decide what happens to me. I'm sorry, Alette, no. She stares into the firelight. You wait for the tears to come to her eyes, but they never do. Just promise. Promise we'll be together. You sit by her side silently until the smith finishes his work. Oh, that's sad. Time to join Juno. There he is. Juno is in the middle of an animated debate as you approach, the arrow in your hand. There is little time left. Bellower knows you're here. Whether he is waiting for more of his forces to arrive or simply wants to starve us out first, I cannot tell. But he will not expect a direct attack. Is this a joke? How are we going to do that? I will take a handful of warriors to face him. I can keep a small group hidden from sight. The rest of you will lead the charge from here. With luck, Bellower will send his armies away from himself to meet you. What about the Ravens? They may protest. They will not. I've arranged a task for them. Even if you make it to Bellower, what chance is there of defeating him? We saw what happened to Ninertoft. That thing can't be killed. Juno shows him the arrow you had forged from the Godstone Silver. This will make him bleed like the rest of us. Once he is pierced, he will be vulnerable. She looks you in the eyes. We only have one. Do not miss. And bring only those you absolutely need. It will take all my concentration to keep the other dredge from swallowing us up. I cannot join in battle. And if we kill the Bellower, then what? The dredge will not just wander away. Will wander away. That is my belief, yes. I can't say for certain. This is a doomed plan. Help us hold out here until the ships are finished. And then what? Bellower will hound our every step, all the way to Arborang, where I'm certain Moorsunder await. Now is the time to speak to loved ones, and the memory of any god that pleases you. Rest. In the morning we slay asunder. Whew. Shit is intense. Oh god. Okay. Guess it's time. The silence is what you remember. You rise in silence and walk through the empty streets. Upon the wall, two armies stand quietly watching each other. Your footsteps echo on the wooden floorboards as you approach Juno. She breaks the silence. It's time, Juno says. Gather your allies. Today, one thing will end, another will begin. And our actions will decide on which side we stand. I'm ready, baby. Okay. Hua! You go, buddy. Hua! Whoa! Holy shit! Fuck. That was close. Fuck you. Yeah, no shit I must break through his armor. What do you think? Why the fuck is Belware not doing anything? That's why. Come on. Oh shit. That sounded like a spine snapping. No, Dad, please help him. Haste, child. Finish Belware now. Got him. That was easy. Cue dramatic music. Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Damn it, Rook, not you too. Dad, get up. Get up. Help me. Where are the menders? Hush, child, look at me. It's been too long. Put up your hood. You are alive and we must go. You're only barely aware of the surrounding chaos as Dredge flee from the Varl warriors who push their advantage. Alette, become someone else today. There is time to be Alette another day. I will carry your father back to the city. He will be honored properly, I promise you that. Come now. Juno is right. With Bellower fallen, the Dredge flee the field of battle. You return to Borisgard, but have almost no memory of doing so, aside from the image of your father's still body being carried in Ivor's arms. So we should have the time we need to finish the ships. I think you're right. The Dredge don't seem interested in us anymore. Since Bellower fell, they've been going their own way. The Ravens have been keeping the docks clear. Juno's talking to them about something now. When those longships are ready, we'll be able to sail all the way to Arberang. With luck, before the darkness shows up here. How far south has it spread? I couldn't say. Hopefully not far. We'll get the prince back to his home, and Hakon has already decided to come with us. There's not much else to go back to. The two look up as you approach. Alette, it's nearly time. Soon we'll be ready to leave to Borisgard, find somewhere safe. One ship is done already, at the docks. I had it prepared for Rook. I don't think I can do this. Come, Alette. It's time to honor your father. All right. And that is going to do it for Banner Saga. Of course, the second one is just a continuation of the first one. So the whole Banner Saga storyline is, of course, not done. But with this, the new episode begins as episode 2. I guess you would call it episode 2, or season 2 is what it kind of feels like, because I played a little bit of it. I played the first couple hours of it through my playthrough, but as you probably heard from my 7th video, it all was useless footage, because all you hear is my annoying fucking voice, and not the beautiful music that's composed by the team that did this game, which is really beautiful. And I feel like me redoing that, I felt like, even though there's really no narration or anything, I feel like the music and the sounds and everything that is inclusive in that is what makes up most of this game. And I felt that without that, it would be pointless to even try and put those episodes out there, which is why I redid them in the first place. Is basically the music. The music is beautifully done. So, I will be here shortly with Banner Saga 2. I hope you enjoyed Banner Saga, the very first season, with me. I know, even though I played it through a second time just to do this, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it the second time just as much as I did the first. Yes, the Banner Saga, like a lot of the game, is very frustrating because it's basically guessing. It's guesswork. So that annoyed me. But I will be working on a review for this game. I've already got footage down to voiceover for it, just like I did Uncharted 4. I just have to come up with the right words. I've been writing scripts down for different games that I would later do over, and it's not really much of a script as it is talking points and basic things that I wanted to get off my head about the game that would hopefully benefit people who want to play the game who don't know anything about it. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this, and join me for Banner Saga 2. I'll see ya.